All right, all right, all right. Yeah, see, I have to have the energy grooving, right? The
Yeah, it's
energy
a
got to
groove.
groove. We got to groove over here. Normally, I'd be like,
It's a groove.
we got to groove because we with the Cumbie Well House. And you know, the energy is a vibe over there. If you ever been there, it is indeed a vibe over there. All right, we're going to roll on out with that. But so, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's your girl here.
Yes.
And I am so excited. So I was trying to bring that vibe down, but it's just like I gotta. I'm just so excited. I am super, super excited. And so welcome everyone to this special edition of Meet the Clinician. And I am your host, Larnika Lavlis, also known as Linky Love. And tonight I'm excited to welcome Jasmine Miss B. Lynch-Williams.
That's
Jasmine, amen. Jasmine is a wellness facilitator, educator, and the founder of the Come Be Well House with a background in psychology. See, she knows what she's talking about. Counseling and trauma-informed care. So when y'all putting them eye masks on and sitting on that thing, she know what she's doing. She know what she's doing. Ms. B creates meaningful spaces where people can slow down, reset their nervous system, and reconnect with themselves. Through meditation, sound, storytelling, and community, she helps people move beyond chronic stress and make wellness a sustainable way of life.
Yes.
Tonight, we'll discuss her personal wellness journey, the inspiration behind Come Be Well House, the impact of hustle culture. Lord, I'm trying to figure. Lord, help me. Okay,
We gonna talk about
and practical ways to care for ourselves, even when life keeps us constantly on the go. So please help me welcome Jasmine, Miss B. Lynch-Williams to Meet the Clinician. Welcome, Miss B. Is that right if I call you Miss
You
B?
can call me Miss B. Yes, please call me Miss B.
I'm just so happy to have you. You know what? I had the opportunity to go down to the Come Be Well house. And I should have known it was gonna be like one of them because the bumblebees, you know I'm a bumblebee.
I see the bee back there. I see the
You
bee.
already know what it is. You know what it is. Okay, you know what it is. Lincoln High, PA, Port Arthur. Y'all stand up. Where y'all at? Okay.
All right, Port Arthur. Rest
All
in peace
right.
for the pimp.
Okay. So hey, I went over there and I really enjoyed the vibe. I mean, you greeted me, we talked. It was like, okay, because I didn't know what to expect. You know, we had a good conversation. I had to do a survey. Am I giving too much?
No, you tell
Okay.
them all of it. Tell them how it goes down.
All right, so I had to give a survey about what I had going on because you know your girl been kind of going through it, but it's good. It's good trying to find that balance because when we say hustle culture, I'm certain my picture pops up somewhere with all the hats that I wear. I hustle, hustle, hustle. So I'm trying to maintain. So got in there. It was the beats and the music and stuff was aligned to whatever I had going on. Put my mask on, got comfortable. Man, it took me somewhere. Very relaxing, very comfortable. And even afterwards, we chit chat for a while because she wasn't like, you know, some people, you finish, all right, get out. No, I think we talked for about an hour. I don't know if everybody get that service,
We
but
was in that thing. We was in that thing.
we was in there. So I am eager to get back there. This is gonna be part of I said it and I mean it. It's gonna be part of my wellness routine.
Indeed.
Because as a healer, we need to take that time as well.
Yes, the healers need healing too, y'all.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. So, Miss B, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Jasmine Miss B Lynch-Williams? And tell us a little bit about your background and your journey.
For sure, y'all. So, as she said, I'm Jasmine Lynch-Williams, also known as Miss B. If it's easy for you, just call me Miss B. I can start there where Miss B came from. It has a
Okay.
couple of different stories, but for the most part, I was a teacher. I am a teacher. Listen,
Okay.
I'm an educator forever.
Forever.
And I taught middle school. Every time you tell somebody you teach middle school, they say, God bless you, you know? And I was like, that's where I was supposed to be. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Life brought me back to teaching. I didn't think I'd be a teacher, and that's a whole nother story for a different day we'd have to get into. But
Okay.
as an educator, one of the things that I noticed, I went from being a tutor, a math tutor, to a math teacher, to then a trainer and coach of teachers, administrators, and business leaders.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and in that journey, something that I recognized real quick was that everybody needed to breathe. Nobody was breathing, and breathing is what gives you permission. Any room that you're in, if you can get the room to breathe, you have permission to give them any information you want to give them, for them to actually absorb it. And so I noticed that people weren't breathing. Prior to while in the beginning of my journey of teaching, I looked up on Oprah, deciding that she was going to go into partnership with Deepak Chopra and do these 21-day meditations. And
Yes.
I started on that journey, and it changed my life. It fixed all of the ships in my life, the
Okay.
relationships, the
Hey.
friendships, the situationships, whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
when you're an introspective person, and it's okay if you're not there yet, you'll get there. But when you're an introspective person, you start to go, well, I'm feeling this way because of this. And you start looking inside and you're like, well, what am I doing that's attracting these types of ships, or that is constantly bringing the nature of these relationships back into my life? And I got a chance to start that meditation process. And y'all, the meditations would be so short. They would be anywhere from 13 to 20 minutes. And in that time, just over 21 days, and I'm not even going to play with you. Maybe the first time I did the 21 day, I did it 21 days in a row. Maybe, but that might not even be true. But they would let you go back into the app and do it at whatever time you wanted. And so the more and more that I did that, the more that I just would go deep inside of myself. And going deep inside of myself allowed me to learn so much more about myself. And if you know me, you know that I am not selfish. When I come across something like that, I want to share it with the whole world, starting with my family. They hope to see
I
me
know
start.
that's right.
I was like, yo, you need to do this 21-day meditation. And sometimes they did, but sometimes they were like, all right, Jasmine, now, it's a little woo-woo. And
Okay.
so uh, after that time, they would say things like, you should be doing this on a larger scale. You need to start doing small groups. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I took it to heart. So in 2019, I went down to Harris County to the to the either tax office or records office, whichever one it was. And it was the county clerk's office. And I got my
Okay.
MBA, and the DBA is doing business as. We encourage anybody out there who's thinking about a business idea, just start there. Back then it was $16. Now it's $25. You go down there, you take them your name, and you are then a business. And so I was Come Be Enterprises, sitting there trying to think on the name. I knew it would be Come Be, and I'll tell y'all about that in a second. But thinking about the name, I said, am I supposed to say Come Be Network, Come Be? And he says it could be whatever you want it to be called. And I said it's going to be Enterprises, because this wellness thing is going to spread throughout every facet of my life. And so I started it, and in true business fashion, the
Yeah.
first thing that popped up was the pandemic. And so
Uh-oh.
it was like, oh, you're not starting yet. And that was
Uh-huh.
fine. I needed some time to myself, just like everybody else did. And
Yeah.
after I took that time in 2020, I went ahead and took the show on the road. I started virtually doing meditation experiences, and I called them an experience because in our community, there was a lot of debunking that I needed to do to help people to understand when they hear the word meditation, what it really was, that it wasn't just Tina turning them, yeah, they gonna kill. It was not that.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Uh-huh.
so as a teacher, it was easy to already start engaging folks just through a lesson and through teaching and unraveling the things that they thought about it, to give me permission to actually bring this type of wellness to them. And from there, it just continued to take off and grow. And we'll get into all of that as we talk, but that's how I got here. And so I was able to leave all of my other professions, which still exist in so many different ways, but to really put all of my sights here. And as of last year, December the 6th, 2025, I opened up my first brick and mortar here
All
in
right.
the heart of Third Ward at the
Boy.
Commonwealth House. Yeah, so that's how I got here. I pray that that kind of summed it all up.
Okay, okay. We're gonna roll it on back. We're gonna roll it on back, but very good. It's something about when the healer heals, we look to heal others. And for so many of us in this profession, because you're a clinician too, girl, you are, because that's what you're
Yeah,
doing.
that's the
You're helping
background.
people heal.
Psych for undergrad, counseling for
Uh-huh.
my master's. I just didn't go sit for that good old LPC, but
That's all right.
I'm LPCing up in here, living peace and
That's
community.
it.
Hello,
That's
somebody.
it. That's it right there. So you helping yourself is what led you to help others. So as you were working as a teacher and you were doing these things, it was your own journey that kind of pushed you into doing something, or people thought that you were helping them. It's like, hey, you need to bring this to a bigger platform, right?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So with COVID, I can tell you with my business, COVID said, here you go, here's your blessing. Because people did not want to do virtual. I had an office. I had an office in PA. Just
Okay.
opened up the office, literally just opened it up that February. I think it was like February the 19th. I remember the President's Day sale. I got my furniture. And nobody really sat on it, baby. That furniture was still good. After a while, it forced me to do virtual. And at first, people were like, I don't know about the virtual counseling first. But then when we was locked down for a minute, they was like, child, I need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And so it blossomed into what I have right now.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Oh well, hey, it is
Tell
my
you,
pleasure.
during the pandemic, so I have a son. He actually turned 18 yesterday. Oh,
Okay,
my heart,
happy belated
my
birthday.
heart,
All right.
my heart. But I had him really young, and so we've been together. Me and him been kicking it. You know what I mean? And we got into the pandemic, and the first thing for parents was like, oh, you have to bring your kids home. They have to do school at home. And so I was working my job, teaching him at home or getting him set up so his teachers could do what they were doing. And, just going along with the putting on the mask and the go to the store at this time and like all of that. And it was probably May, so we went on lockdown in March, and it was probably May. I was talking to one of my good friends. His name was Greg, and he lived alone.
Okay.
And he was telling me just the struggles of the loneliness of living alone and being at home by yourself. And it was a worldview that I didn't understand because I had my son. So I had someone there with me. And it was in that moment that I was like, dang, like I have a lot of friends and family that's probably out here going through it right now because it's
Yeah.
just them wherever they are. And so I'm grateful that people had you to come to and talk to during that time because you saved some lives, believe it or not. This is what
Amen.
you did.
Amen to that. Now let me ask you this. You were working on yourself. What is it about your career that you had that inspired you to actually come reach out to others? And by the way, TikTok, I see y'all joining. Can we get some
Hey,
likes? Can
TikTok.
we get some
Give me
likes over
some
here,
likes. Give me
TikTok?
some
Come on, guys. We need
roses.
some
All of
likes and some
that.
things.
All of that,
Thank
y'all.
you. We need some things.
Get
Appreciate you.
in
Appreciate
here.
you.
We appreciate you. I'm grateful for everybody that's joined. Come in, come out. Keep on coming in, keep coming out. We just gonna be talking. You'll hear Linky's voice asking me the questions, and then I'm gonna answer them. Okay. But you were saying, what about?
Yes. What about your business profession? You were a teacher. You were actually helping yourself. What made you want to actually pour into others? Once you got that healing for yourself, what made you want to pour into others?
Well, you know what? So there's this thing that happens when you go on your healing journey, and you start seeing the effects all around you. You start seeing how your life is changing. You start seeing how good it's getting. And if you are any type of good person, you just, it's not something that you want for yourself. You want it for everybody, right? It's like, I want it for everybody. And you can make the mistake of going out into the world and you just want to force it on everybody. Like, because I'm telling you, I did this thing, y'all. And if you do this, you're going to get this, right? But that
Mm-hmm.
was not in alignment with my psychological philosophy, if you will, which
Okay.
was Carl Rogers, meet them where they are, meet people where they are.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
You have to decide that you can't bring them to where you are. You can be an example, and if you are that example, then they'll come to you whenever they're ready. And even if they're not ready, let them come to you like that, because later on they'll say, "Man, do you know where I was when I started?" And I think that for me, it was just like I love being a mom. I love being a teacher. I love my students. Like they would come in, they'd send students to me that weren't even my students. And I would see a
Yeah.
lot of teachers that would just be struggling, like
Mm-hmm.
having like real life breakdowns, behind the stuff students were doing. And I
Mm-hmm.
would think if they could just breathe, if they could just know that they control the breathing in the room. Like if they could just know that taking a moment away to actually inhale, exhale will bring that thought to them that they want. It would clear a lot of the energy in the space, that it would make it easier to show up every day, then things would be better. And I just, what Michael say, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. So I have to
Okay.
keep showing up like this, talking about meditation, doing it. Not saying you have to come over here and do this, but me
Yeah.
just be that. And after a while, people would ask, how do you just be so cool like that? Why do you always seem just so calm
Yeah.
and relaxed? And I love when they get curious, because then when they get curious, I can get on my soapbox. Like, well, let
That's
me
it.
tell you.
Let me
You want to
advocate
hear?
for
Here
you.
you go.
Look on in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you know what? I believe that the gifts, you know, many of us are natural teachers. Many of us are natural leaders. They say natural born leaders. I think the healer, the teacher, I think those are gifts. And a lot of times people look at it as traditional sense where you're in a classroom, but the classroom is wherever we go.
Yes, it
Because we have
is.
people, we could be on social media reaching people all over. We could just be in our walk of life. We could be at the stove, in the mall, and somebody just feel like they want to come talk to you for some reason.
Yes, indeed.
And you're helping them and not even realizing it. And they don't even realize probably who they talking to. They just know I got something that I'm dealing with and I need to talk to someone. So
Indeed.
that is indeed a blessing. So what is Come Be Well House? Please explain this to us. What is it? What is it about?
What is Come Be Well House? Come Be Well House is your spot, is your home, is your space for nervous system resets and restoration. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me tell
Okay.
you something. The idea, people are just now starting to see this whole nervous system thing pop up. You see it on people's posts, it's everywhere. Everybody's talking about the nervous system, nervous system. But the nervous system has been in our life, especially as Black people. And I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
tell you how it's been in our life in plain sight, and we didn't even realize that it was something that we needed to tend to.
Okay.
Okay. You be with your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your mama, your daddy, and the first thing that they say when you do what you do is, you getting on my last nerve.
Nerve.
It was
Mhm.
in our faces the whole time.
Yeah.
We were already saying it and speaking it, but not necessarily knowing and understanding how do you recover from somebody getting on your last nerve. Okay. And the funny part is that it's really your first nerve that's creating all of this. It's called the vagus nerve, but that's a whole nother story for another day.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Preach,
you want to know
teacher.
more about that? Come see.
Preach, teacher.
Listen. So Come Be Well House is right here in Third Ward. It is a lot of things. And I think that the biggest thing I want to say it is access. It's access. You
Yeah.
we're in Houston. You don't need to be have to drive all the way to suburbia somewhere to enjoy a nice sound bowl meditation, to enjoy a guided meditation. What is a meditation? A meditation is just an opportunity to go in, be with oneself, be in the present moment without judgment. Okay. So we do talking meditations. When me and Linky sit up in here and talk for an hour and a half, we were intentional about our discussion, about our linking up. I'm gonna say, no pun intended. So this here, you're able to do that through several different ways. So we have community journals. So if you need to write and get something out of your head, answer a question, write your to-do list. We have healing circles. We sit here and we talk, like Linky talked about earlier, about all kind of stuff, whatever comes to us. Nothing is scripted. We're just doing it. We going
Yeah,
with the
just
flow.
kicking
We
it.
flowing.
Yeah.
We do that through sound bowl meditations or sound baths. You've heard of that. The crystal bowls. We have crystal bowls. We have other instruments, things that bring sound frequency into the brain and into the body that help to heal us. And honestly, the beauty about it is you don't have to do anything but lay there and receive it. That's all you have to do is be open. And speaking of sound frequency, one of our biggest attractions, and we get to say we are the first meditation studio in Houston to have vibroacoustic therapy, vibroacoustic meditation chairs.
Love it.
Okay.
Love
With
it.
Cumby Enterprises has had these chairs since 2024, but didn't have a place to put them because I
Okay.
didn't have a space yet. But now I have a space. So I was able to bring it. And there's so many people who come in and go, I never heard of this. I've never seen this. But it is a cushion that you sit on that emits vibration and sound frequency to help you meditate if that's what you want to do, to just be. I've had people tell me that they saw relatives and ancestors whom they haven't been able to connect with in a long time. They were able to like sort their thoughts out and compartmentalize them, not judge themselves. I've had people tell me that they sat still and they hadn't been still in 40 years. Okay. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. I've had folks say they astral travel, and people who said that pain has been relieved for them. A crick that they had in their neck is gone after the experience. So vibroacoustic therapy is very, very magical. And I encourage anybody to come try it here. And there's probably other spaces in Houston that you can go try it, but I promise. Oh, body exposure and sexualized behaviors. What is
What's
TikTok?
happening?
They say that I don't know. TikTok, I'm sorry. I don't think I did anything sexualized and
What
body
happened?
issues. I
It took you
don't know what happened. But
out.
anyways, we're back.
Somebody ate.
Um, I don't know what's going on TikTok. We keep it cute over here, all
I
right?
don't know, girl. Everybody got on their stuff. I don't know what they're talking about.
Anyways, we do that through. I believe that here is a safe space for you to experience it.
Yes.
Make sure to describe everything that you're going through, to answer all of your questions, to make it comfortable for you. All of that exists in this space. And so come check out Comfy Woodhouse. We're
Come check it out.
3409 Emancipation Avenue.
That
Come
part,
check
that
it.
part. You know what? When I went, I felt I did the vibration acoustic. What do you call it? A vibration acoustic chair? Is that what you call it?
Vibroacoustic
Vibro.
therapy.
Vibro acoustic therapy. I did that. And like I said, if y'all know me, y'all know I have a 9 to 5. I have my own practice. I supervise people. I do mental health advocacy. I got podcasts. I'm speaking everywhere. I'm everywhere. And my nervous system said, girl, we finna nuck and buck every chance we get because you just ain't sitting still. So we don't know if something going on, if it's danger or what it is, but we're gonna be turned up. And it was indeed turned up. And so having that opportunity to come to the Come Be Well House and utilize this service, it was like wow. And I felt like I was in deep ocean. Like
Yes.
I was in deep ocean because at one point it kind of prepares you, kind of is a guided meditation. I would say it was guided, and then it's music, and it feels, and the vibration is not just like a straight vibration. It kind of goes to the beat. And I was like, okay. And I had to turn that part of my brain off that was observing everything and kind of analyze. It's like, look,
Yeah.
just chill, but it gave space to do that because even when your brain and everything turned up like mine, it gave space to like, okay, we calm, we in this ocean, we gonna be in the ocean. And then coming out of it, I was like in the field of flowers. I'm like, wow, this is something wow I had never experienced. And so I can say as a clinician, and how does this tie into Meet the Clinician? Because we always telling y'all about self-care. We
Yes.
always tell you
Care.
about
Self
self-love,
care is the best care.
that part. And if you have trouble, because many of us do, like I don't, if I wasn't a clinician, I was just, I don't know, Jill Smith or somebody, I don't know that I would know. And so going to Come Be Well House, it can teach you some things. If you don't know nothing about nothing, take every class. Sign up for one class at a time. And these are things that you can actually implement on your own at home or keep going back to the classes, in between time. Because, we're not open 7 days a week, 24/7. So it may be a moment where you need to do some things on your own, but you will learn so much at the Come Be Well House on how to do these things. That's why I keep saying, I'm coming back, girl. Don't turn the light out on me. I am coming back.
Yes, come back. And I think to that point, I want to add that we're patient, y'all. Like it for everybody, it's not gonna happen the first day that you come here. This takes time. Breath work takes time. Expanding your lungs and being able to feel them all the way up takes time.
Yeah.
And we're not here to judge that. Like some folks sit here and they're like, it was the last 2 minutes when I was finally able to relax. And they've been in here for 35
Yeah.
minutes, right? And that's okay because it takes practice. Just like it took practice for you to learn your ABCs. It took practice for you to learn your multiplication facts. It took practice. So this is about a routine. This is
Yeah.
about just the way you decide to go work out, to get your hair done, to get your nails done, to for the fellas getting their hair cut every men are telling me they getting their hair cut every week.
I
I
believe
just
it.
like so I need this the way you go and get your hair cut, sir. I
Uh-huh.
need you to come here and get this wellness,
Go get
sir.
that wellness, baby. Go and get it. Get that wellness. Go on and calm your nerves. Okay. Calm
Yes.
your nerves. It's the Come Be Well House.
Yes.
All righty.
Yes. Yes.
So location, location, location. Were you intentional with the location where you are?
Let me tell you, the location was intentional about me. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me just rewind a little bit and just tell y'all about my journey. I
All
moved to
right.
Houston in 2010, and when I moved to Houston in 2010, at that time I had just finished. Well, I hadn't just finished. I had just started graduate school to get my counseling degree, my master's in counseling. And during that time, I transferred. I was working for a company, a security company in Dallas called Brinks. Everybody's heard of Brinks. And I was in the corporate office in Dallas. But when I moved to Houston, they put me into a vault with a whole bunch of men, which I enjoyed because we used to talk so much crap. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, the Texans fans was in there, the New York Jets fans was in there, the Giants fans in there, and they taught me how to talk crap. Okay. If I didn't know
Okay.
how to talk crap before, I learned it there.
With them
And
cowboy fans for sure.
what'd you say?
I said you learned it with them cowboy fans for
Period.
sure.
How about them Cowboys? Don't play. Don't hold it against me either. Okay. But anyways, and so I moved on the northwest side of Houston. If anybody knows anything about Houston, you'll know that it's huge, number one. And you might think that you're moving to Houston and you searching best places to live in Houston, and they tell you something like Katy or Jersey Village, and then you get there, you like, I'm not in Houston. But I worked over in Southeast Houston, so off of Dixie Drive and OST. And so I'd have to find different ways to cut through the traffic because I can't do the traffic.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you have a problem with the traffic, come be Well House Wall so you can let the traffic pass. Hello, somebody.
Okay.
But in that, I would end up coming through Third Ward. And when I would come through Third Ward, oh my goodness, like there's so much art and Black culture and richness. And I would say, I'm going to live over here. I didn't even know the real true history. Like I didn't even know. No. Matter of fact, y'all, I moved here when Emancipation was called Dowling Drive.
Oh wow.
Dowling
Okay.
Street. Dowling Street, and they changed it to Emancipation Avenue sometime after I had moved here. But anyways, I was like, I'm gonna live in Third Ward. And so fast forward, I purchased my home in Third Ward in 2025, last summer. And in that time, I also had stopped working a W-2 job and I was back to, I'm going to do Cumbie full time. And before you know it, Project Row Houses was opening up their business residency program. And I was like, do you apply, not apply? Okay, like, are you ready to have a brick and mortar? Because I had been um, mobile for 5 years.
Okay.
So me being mobile for 5 years, I had started kind of coming into the space of, well, I'll just be mobile because that's easier than having a brick and mortar. But in that process, I had also started winning grant money. Y'all,
Okay.
I wrote and received $100,000 in grants, two
Woo.
grant periods. And
Good
so with
stuff.
that, I wanted to buy land in Third Ward, y'all.
Okay.
So here,
Okay.
here comes the intention. I wanted to buy land in Third Ward so bad. I'm talking to all of these realtors, all of these people. Shout out to Michael Davis. I believe that's his last name is Davis. He owns his own realty group, all of this. Anyways, I'm looking. And baby, let me tell y'all about Third Ward in 2025. Actually, it was 2024 at that time. In 2024, to buy some land in Third Ward, I'm talking about millions of dollars. I'm talking
Wow.
about you might get a little plot or lot, as they call them, and that lot might be 500 square feet, and that lot is like $750,000. Like it was
Wow.
crazy, and I had only won in that round $65,000. So I'm looking for what
Okay.
can I get for $65,000. I even make my way up to Fifth Ward. Like, well, let me just see if Fifth Ward. I was a little iffy because I know Fifth Ward got some things going on. Not they don't have things going on. The people got things going on with
Yeah.
the water and it being a cancer cluster and all this. But I still was like, I want to be in my community. I want to give back to my community. And so would have it, could not find any land, any building, anything for that amount of money that I had. So I ended up buying about 6,000 square feet lot of land near Hobby Airport, my favorite airport. Hello, if y'all know
That's
you talk.
it. That's it. I'd rather have it in bush any day of the week.
Yes, period. So I ended up getting the land over there and I told myself, great, I have the land now. So I have real estate. I'm gonna call it wellness real estate now. And now that I have this, I'll build over here. But my heart, oh, my heart was in Third Ward, y'all. My heart was in Third Ward. And I just I knew I had the land and I could sit on the land and continue doing what I was doing. So fast forward to 25, Project Row Houses opens up their business residency program and it feels like it's just aligned for me. It feels so aligned that I go to the what do you call it? The informational, and I'm listening to everything they're saying, and they're telling us how it works. So just for everybody else out there that's looking to open up a business, know that in less than 3 years, Project Row House will open it up again because what they kept saying is we want to help business owners. We want to give you subsidized rent. Because remember what I told y'all about buying land there. Buying land there was over $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, all of that. And so they were like, we want to be able to allow you to rent here for a subsidized cost. And you can be here only for 3 years. You can be here
Mm.
for only 3 years. They kept punching that. They kept punching that. Shout out to John Niklos and Brian Ellison and Jason Oliver and my girl at Kindred Stories. And I need to breathe so that Terry, all of these folks. And so what happened was after that was over, I went up to them and I said, I'm your girl. I promise you, I have land. I just need to be able to show the city of Houston that they want this, they need this. I need to be able to show investors that they want this, they need this. I am going to apply.
Yeah.
And I did. I applied and I won.
All right. All right. Yay.
I
Hey.
won. And it
And
was
go.
so, and when I say that it was aligned, is because the building that I'm in on Emancipation initially wasn't even one of the buildings that they were going to use for the program. The buildings were off of Stewart Street, and then there was another one over here by the row houses. And when they called me to tell me that I won, big shout outs to everybody that's a part of this. Oh my goodness. Alicia, Neil, Candy, who called me with the offer, all of the leaders of Project Row House and the EEDC, Renessa, big shout out to you. When they called me, they said, well, we want you to have more space because we can tell that what you need has more space and needs more space. And they said, we have a building that we were going to do something else with. It used to be the old Crumville. Shout out to Ella at Crumville. Shout out to everything you did to build the community around here with your amazing and delicious cookies. I love you, girl.
Okay.
Um, like they said, so we were gonna do something else with the building, but we think that it's something that you should occupy. And so if you'll come look at it, if it makes sense for you, let us know what updates you might need. If it's not too much, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but they said all of that, and I came to look at the building, and I have a video one day I posted. I was in tears. I just was like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, this is what I get to
Wow.
do. And I get to do this at a subsidized cost where it costs most people anywhere from $1,500 to $4,000 to rent here. And then they got triple nets, which means you still have to
Wow.
pay insurance, electricity, landscape, and Wi-Fi, and we pay a third of that, and we get
Oh wow.
everything included. And their idea is, hey, build your business here, also build up the neighborhood, also pour into the community, okay, and do that. And then they say, and leave. What do you say? And
Wow.
leave.
Okay.
So I got chosen and selected. I know it's nothing but God. I know it's nothing but alignment. I'm here on mission. I'm here on assignment.
Mhm.
And I'm doing that. And it's not just me, it takes a village. I can shout out Danye McDaniel. I can shout out Tahira James. I can shout out Leslie, who is now taking care of my plants here. I can shout out Cheyenne. I can shout out Roxy, who curates the art portal. It takes a village. Shout out my boys, James and Eddie, who come over here, who help with making sure that maintenance is correct in here. Just everybody. It's so many people. If I miss you, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because I'm excited
Yeah.
right now. In my brain, I gotta breathe.
That's all
So
right.
that's how I got here. So, like I said, I feel like the space chose me. I wanted to be a
Uh-huh.
third ward 16 years ago, and here I am, 16 years later, doing what I
Wow.
love and pouring into the community. And I'm forever grateful,
I,
forever.
I know that's right. We were talking about surrendering on my other podcast, healing and shadow work, that is. And when you like manifestation, it was during the 8-8 portal. We can write things down. We can, say what we want. We can have a vision board. We can do all these things. And then we got to let it go and let God. We have to let it go and allow whatever go manifest, however it aligns, however we align to get the things that we desire. I think that girl, I done wrote some grant stuff. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. Okay. But you know what? It
It's
was
coming.
coming
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Put a yet
Not
at the end of
yet.
that
It's
sentence.
coming. It's
Yes.
coming. I ain't got it yet. It is coming. I think that
Yes.
is so amazing. You read about, different projects and things cities do to kind of reinvest in a city and to kind of bring back communities and things like that. And I can truly say you are there. And I ain't from Houston. I'm from PA all day.
I'm
But
from Dallas. Hello.
I play in the Houston streets from time to time, and I could just tell, because you were talking to another gentleman about different things that he could patronize in the area. So you are truly, truly doing those things. So who comes to you? Who do you serve, or is there a particular population that shows up? You have a specific passion about supporting different groups or whatnot. What? Tell me all about
Yes, I definitely have a passion. And I would, if I called out the first three people, it's going to be the entrepreneurs, the caregivers and caretakers, the parents, the business professionals, because we're carrying a lot.
it. Oh
And
Lord,
we
yeah.
don't even know that there are so many people experiencing the same thing that we are because we are so wrapped up in our world, right? And so, one of the most fun things is bringing people here or them coming here, and then like I have a dog walker that met a dog groomer.
Okay.
Okay, they just so happen to come at the same time. I've had a woman who's dealing with grief in losing her husband, and another woman who is dealing with grief in a divorce, and they came here at the same time.
Wow.
I have another woman who was dealing with grief and losing a child and a grief counselor. They came at the same
Oh
time. You
wow.
understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it I can't make this up. I
I
can't make it up.
feel you.
And it's the space for you to come and be seen. It's a space for you to come and have conversations with people who just get it, who only get what you get, and you don't necessarily find that in other spaces, because sometimes you go to those spaces and they're not just letting all the things come in. They're like, everything is about love and light and freedom. And you like, Sis, freedoms are different, sis. It's
Okay.
different. You know,
Yeah.
and so here you come and find yourself inside
Mhm.
of yourself and sitting next to you. And people will come in here for one service. I have my operational strategist on me right now. Like, you just can't be in here talking to people for 2 to 3 hours and they not buying another service. And I'm like, but God said,
But you know what? It brings
this
that
is what
comfort
has to
to
go
come
down
back.
right now, you know?
We coming back though. We appreciate that. We know what the comfort. We might, as a business owner, entrepreneur, I ain't caregiving, but not yet, Jesus. But I can tell you, it's the hustle and bustle. But we coming back because we know how good we felt when we were there. We know how we were able to release that energy and just your presence.
Thank you
Um,
so
you
much.
are the owner. You could be in a room somewhere looking at the people. Hurry up and get them out of there. You ain't doing none of that. You
No,
talking amongst the peoples. And we appreciate that. We coming back. So we might sit there and talk to you for 2 or 3 hours, but we're gonna be back.
period.
We're
And
gonna
I
be
love it. I love every moment of it. I couldn't have I did many vision boards, and I don't mean
back.
many, but many. I probably have five that I had to throw away, but took pictures of them in my phone.
Okay.
And there were so many things that exist here that were on the vision boards, you know. And so talk therapy is real. So I enjoy this opportunity to sit and talk to people and learn, because here's the truth of the matter. You better get into Come Be Well House right now, because the real fact is that as I continue to expand, I'm grateful that I get to bring more A-alikes like me in here to do the same thing. I think the vibe is always going to be the same. And I won't lie to you. I'm going to be so transparent and honest with y'all. Sometimes it scares me that I get to go be on another platform, like last weekend, talking to the Sure program applicants and letting them know why they should be a part of this business program. Like I have to be in other places, and I have to trust that my energy is just all up and through here, and that people are going to give that same thing that I give here, and that it continues to be that way. And I'm going to hold the community to letting me know, hey, Jazz, I came in there and somebody was like, no, you can't be in here talking to me. Oh, no, we're going to have to shut
Oh
that
man.
down. We have to do a
Yeah.
little coaching, okay? Because we don't know what people need and how long it takes them to be able to break open, to break even, you know? And so that's what we're doing here. We're giving you, it's in the neighborhood. I'm gonna say this. I made a grown man cry
Uh-oh. Look out
in the
now.
best way. In the best way. He came
Okay.
here and he cried and he said, I've lived in this neighborhood my entire life. He said, my father DJ'd up the street for all of these years. He said, but there was never anything like this. And I love him because he a cusser. And can I cuss on here real quick and
You
say this?
can cuss on there, ma'am. You sure
Okay.
can.
He said, this is like some Black Mirror shit. Think that he was just saying because the vibroacoustics is technologically forward is really what he meant by that. And he was like, you don't see these in our communities. We don't even get access to this. And so my dream that was on that vision board, my dream that I've said in speeches and things of giving access to the community, I'm doing it.
That part.
We're doing it. We're
That
doing
part.
it. So that's who this is for. This if you an entrepreneur, you wore out because you were trying shit and trying shit won't work. That was who's that? Cat Williams. Cat Williams said that. But you keep trying stuff. You're doing your best to figure it out. You know you have a gift, you have a purpose, but it's whooping your butt. Come here and see me. If you are a caregiver, I have so many caregivers that come in here. They're taking care of their parents, they're taking care of other people's kids, they foster parents, and they just need reprieve. They just need a moment to just be. Come here and see me. If you're a business professional and you feel like every morning you getting up to get on a slave ship, that's what some people call it. I'm just gonna tell you that's how they feel. Okay.
Okay.
And they feel like because they yes, they're being paid for a service, which is a little different from slavery, but they're feeling like they're slaves to wearing a mask and they have to put on when they come into a place, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
they're on this constant hamster wheel, or they're being managed and micromanaged. And oh, like if that's you, come see me, because here we're not micromanaging nothing.
All right now.
Okay. There's none of that going on. And so that's what this is for my teachers. Ooh,
Baby, back to
school
school
started
this year.
back.
Yeah, Lord.
School started back. And listen, I was a teacher many years. I was teacher of the year 2 times in a row, like Jesus.
Okay.
But that season of the school year is coming. That October. That
Yes,
October
yes.
is coming. That
That
October,
break.
what's the show? I
Fall break.
got into a Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. October is coming.
Okay.
So come here before October gets here. Make your October much easier than what it has to be. That November, that December. Come learn how to breathe. Come learn how to activate your own classroom with breath. Before that test, but when they walk in, instead of them taking out a pencil to immediately start doing their writing, maybe then you teach your class how to breathe for a couple of moments. But you have to be able to do it yourself. So that's who it's for.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to put your
Yes,
own
Emma
mask
J,
on
sending love
first.
to all on their first day of school. Sending y'all love. Y'all do the work. Y'all do the work. Keep doing the work. We need y'all. We need. I only left out of there because I had to come do this. But
Yeah.
we need y'all. Same to Linky. I want to call her Dr. Lavalus.
Go
Um,
right ahead.
yeah, she's doing the work. You are she needs to be a special type of counselor in her district. Like you hear school counselors talk about making schedules and they're not getting to actually talk to the students, and she gets to talk to the students. Like that
Okay.
is huge. That is
Definitely.
huge.
Definitely.
Yes.
And I can tell you, we don't realize the needs that these children truly have, man. They really go through some stuff. They go through some stuff indeed. Indeed. So well, let me ask you this now. Now you are the head woman in charge where you at. You is the boss.
I
And
am.
you go into these other spaces and trying to encourage people to get their entrepreneurship on, and you're encouraging us and you talk to us, and so it I hear a lot of energy going out, 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 out. What are you doing to for your own self-care, your own wellness? What do you do? Do you sit on your own things and put your stuff on, or what
One
are you
thousand
doing?
percent do.
Okay,
Do
okay.
okay. I sit on here. I sit on these chairs. I allow my mind and my body to elevate into another space and come back here. But I'm going to tell y'all my biggest practice. My biggest, and I feel like it's the easiest practice. And it is that I am very intentional about my breath, to check, to make sure that I'm breathing, y'all, because we stop breathing and we don't even know that we've stopped breathing until we're like in this moment and we go, and somebody says, "What's wrong?" And we like, "Nothing." And it's because we weren't breathing. So I stop when I feel anxious, when something hits me out of nowhere and I'm like, wait, 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 wait. And I have to, this weekend, I was doing my son's birthday party and his birthday graduation ain't going away. He's going to New York, y'all. He's going
Oh, blessed be. All right.
Listen,
Go
and
New
I went to the
York.
pizza place to pick up his favorite pizza, but the pizza man didn't tell me that he sold that location. And now I have to drive all
Oh,
the way to West Road on the northwest side of Houston, right? And immediately I'm just like, breathe. You got to breathe. And even when that was like not getting, I wasn't able to access that fast enough, I called my husband and he said, "You know what to do. You tell everybody you got to stop, you got to breathe." And I just, just driving. I'm breathing. How can I tap into my breath? And that's what I do. I breathe. I get intentional about it because your lungs are involuntarily working for you all the time. But when you tell your lungs, hold up, you could take a break. I'm gonna take over from right here. And I'm gonna breathe. And I'm going to know it's already all right. And I'm going to bring myself into this present moment. I'm not going to think about what I could have done, should have done in the past. I'm not going to think about what's going to happen up here in the future. I'm going to take this moment right now and I'm going to breathe. And that's my practice. I go in there. We have 5 different house guides. Shout out to Cameron. Shout out to Goddess Brianna. Shout out to Blossom. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to Delwayne. And when they have their classes, sometimes I go sit in them. If I don't have to man the front desk, and even if I have to man the front desk, I'm listening. I'm like, all right. And I practice what I preach. I stop and I breathe. And I'll tell you that if I do anything every day, it's breath work.
okay.
It's not
Okay.
always meditation. It's not always yoga. It's not always, but it's that if it's me waking up in the morning and before I pick up that phone, it's take 10 breaths. Take 10
Mhm.
breaths. Just breathe. That's it. That's what I do.
All right, and it's pretty simple, right? We don't have to go all the way across town if we can't. Go to
Exactly.
spas and all this stuff. We could breathe. We could get up in the shower and breathe. We could breathe in the car. We could breathe at work. Nobody got to know we breathing. We breathing. We doing our thing. It's
Yes,
that easy.
yes.
It's that
Lots of
easy.
self-talk too. I talk to myself. Earth, Wind, and Fire said it's all right. You can talk to yourself
That's
sometimes.
all
So I
right.
talk to
I
myself.
talk to myself. I answer me too, child. All of that. What you need to do, Lindsay? Girl, we need to do this. Okay, we're doing this today or tomorrow.
I
Yep, let's
said
do it
self, myself said,
now. Okay. All of that good stuff. So what as we get ready to wrap, if someone decides that they want to uh start wellness practices for themselves, or maybe even start a practice for their friends, community, or whatever they're doing, maybe they're somewhere else in another state, another city, and they like what you're doing. They like, hey, I don't want to go take that test and become a therapist. I want to be able to, do something like this, because you do have a lot of people. When we think about therapy, a lot of people are artists and they want to do art therapy. A lot of people may be musicians and they want to do music therapy, because that is something that soothes them, and they want to teach other people how to be able to self-soothe with these particular practices. So if someone wanted to do what you're doing, what would you tell them? What would be some advice, them to start their own
yes.
thing?
I would tell them on some Cleo Soul stuff, we need you. We
Okay.
need you. Please just start. Start wherever you are. Just start. And again, it's simple. Get your business stuff in order. So go get you a DBA that's doing business as. That's before the LLC. You don't have to hop right into the LLC. Getting the LLC is great for other reasons like protections and all of that, but start with the DBA. Okay. And when you do that, go name it whatever you want it to be. But the next thing I'm gonna tell you is to be patient. You got to be patient because this type of wellness and healing, people are, even though it's old world traditions, it's stuff that we knew, it's stuff that our ancestors knew, it's stuff that your granny been telling you, go be still somewhere, go sit down somewhere, go sit
Yeah.
down, right?
Go sit down.
It's taken us some time to get over here. And there, while there are people who are adamant about their wellness, they're still kind of holding on to some old world ideas too. Like, I'm gonna go to the spa, I'm gonna go get my nails done, I'm gonna get my hair done, I'm gonna go walk a mile. Those things are great, but not but. Those things are great. And a contemplative practice is real. And if you, let me talk to the healers real quick. Let me
Go on
talk
talk,
to
sister. Go
our,
on talk to us. Go
okay.
on talk. Mm-hmm.
If you're at that job and you notice that every job you go into, they love you when you first get there. They love you. Oh my God, we love your energy. Your energy is just this, is that, is that. And then you continue on in that same energy to start to rub them the wrong way because it's causing them to have to be introspective about themselves and they wasn't ready for that.
Okay, baby, that light gonna irritate folk.
It does. And it's not because it's not about you. It's not that they don't like you. It's not that I ain't even gonna say it's not that they don't like themselves. It's that you're making them uncomfortable. And they've gotten comfortable in the ways that they're in, but you notice that you waking up and you itching before you go to work, like you like, I know this is not where I'm supposed to be. I know that I'm a people person. I know that I'm here to heal people. I know that people, every time they talk to me, they say things like, I just want to tell you everything, or Jasmine, when I came and I talked to you, you just brightened my day and you made my day better. If you are hearing that over and over, stop what you're doing right now. Now, don't leave your job. Stay there. Get your money up. Make sure that you're getting your credit right because in order to start a business, you need capital. And either the capital is going to come from you, which is called bootstrapping, or it's going to come from you being able to get a loan and start your business off like that. So don't just go quit your job. I am not here to tell anybody to do that. Okay? Work that job and use your job to be your practice ground, right? If you're a teacher or if you work in corporate and say go to the owner, the founder and say, "Hey, I just want to put on a 20-minute meditation experience for everybody that's here. I just want to do yoga." And yes, do it for free. Like start And it's not really that it's free. There's a fair exchange that's happening here. We don't barter enough no more, y'all. We gotta barter. We gotta barter. But let them know, like, hey, I just want to practice this. I think that I'm well at this. And maybe y'all can give me some feedback afterwards and let it start there. Yes, yes, Hiru. You definitely at the bootstrapping stage, and I understand. I've been there. Okay, I just see a couple of folks telling me they've been
Okay.
there, so I just want to shout them out.
Go
So,
ahead. Go ahead.
like, keep at knowing that your work is here for other people, and don't look at the money aspect immediately because it'll take time. This building did not open up for me until year 5. It took 5 years. And before that, people would say most businesses close within 5 years. But what I learned is because a lot of businesses that try to immediately start a brick and mortar, that's why.
Yeah.
So find your set, find what you're good at, narrow it down. Y'all, I know us visionaries, we be all out here. We want to do it all at one time, but narrow it down. What do you want them to get? What do you want them to have? When they leave you, how do you want them to feel? And then just keep at it, keep practicing, and keep building relationships with people. Go to the networking events, go to somebody else's sound bath, go and keep building your community. And I promise the things are they're gonna keep aligning with you. But you just gotta stick with it. So go get that. Number one is go take that $25 up there and get that DBA. If you don't have $25, then ask somebody to support you. Say, hey, do you believe you that person that tells you, oh my God, I can tell you anything. You make me feel so good. You gotta say, can you give me
Give me
$25 to go get
$25.
certified?
Let me hold
Yes,
$25.
yes. And so do that and then start practicing. Go virtual. Zoom only costs it costs nothing actually. If you do 40 minutes, it costs nothing. So get on Zoom, get on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, TikTok Live, and don't be afraid. Show the world who you are. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Some people, some cussing meditation folks. Some people, some
Okay.
calm, cool, collected. Some vegan. There's somebody for everybody. We live on a planet with 1 billion people plus people. Houston is the 4th largest city in the country. So you don't have to compete. You don't have to feel like you have to get people, you don't have to feel like you have to get people's, like you got to get everybody in Houston. It has to be some type of competition. There's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for the LGBTQ community. There's somebody for the bikers. Okay, there's somebody. So you understand somebody and they understand you and they're looking for you. They waiting for you. They waiting for that. So be patient, keep going. If you are a wellness provider and you need a space to come and do your practice, come see me. That's another thing I'm here for, is to give access and space. I call y'all wellness creatives because there hasn't been a space for us. There's this new world of wellness creation. Come here. I got you.
All
I got
right
you.
now. That's what I'm talking about. That is what that village. It takes that village.
It
We
does.
too many times we want to compete with each other. We need to learn to work together. We need to
Indeed.
learn to
I
work
agree.
together.
I agree.
Awesome. Well, this has been great. This has been a great interview. I've truly, truly enjoyed the energy that you bring in here, the knowledge and the wisdom that you bring in here as well, and the comfort that you always tend to like. It's comforting. It is truly, truly comforting. So, how can we find you? How can we book an appointment? Where's your social media? How can we
All
find
right. How can y'all find Come Be Well House? I'm out here.
you?
I'm out here. Let me tell you a couple of ways. So, if you're looking for me on social media, you can find me at Come Be Well House _HTX. So, COMEBEEWELLHOUSE
Hey,
_HTX. Or you can just look up Come Be Well House. Y'all, you can Google Come Be Well House. I'm at 3409 or 3409, as some people like to call it. Emancipation Avenue, right next to Doshi House, right next to El Dorado Ballroom. You can't miss me. It's the big yellow building. It used to be Crumville. I say now it's Calmville. You feel me?
hey.
You can find me on the website. You want to book www.c as in Charlie. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. COMEBEE.co. Comebe.co. And you can go on there and take an assessment to see what it is that you need. You can book your classes on there. We do small groups on Saturdays. So if you kind of want the private experience, we do 2 hours at an amazing deal. We do unlimited meditations, and I like to reward consistency. So if you go decide to be consistent with us, you're gonna pay a lot less than one-offs, but we love the one-offs too. So you can find me at comebe.co. And LinkedIn is under my name, Jasmine Lynch. My LinkedIn is, we'll get there one day. But shout out LinkedIn because I know we're gonna end up being on LinkedIn as
That's
well.
it. We do.
Um, and you can call me. Okay. I might be putting somebody on the vibro chair and got to get back to you, but you can call me 281-235-8520. All right. You can text that number too. I want you access.
Okay.
Access. So that's how you find me, y'all.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Miss B, thank you once again. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come talk with us. I think we have learned a lot. We
Thank
have learned a
you.
lot. And like I said, I will be back over there after y'all's break. I'm
Oh
coming
yeah, let
back.
me say that real quick. We are going on a summer break, real quick. We are going on a summer break. When I used to be a W-2 worker and have come be going at the same time, I used to take on my whole teacher thing and say, I'm off for the month of July and August. Well, of course, I couldn't do that now with the brick and mortar. It looks a lot different. But I have to take time to restore my nervous system. And as we're building this whole thing and bringing in more staff and things like that, we need to train our staff. Our staff needs a break, y'all. We've been going hard since September, okay? And so we're taking a little break. So please get in here before August the 16th. If you need your fix right now, get in here before August the 16th. We'll be gone from August the 17th to September the 1st. And then we'll return on September the 2nd to give you all of your wellness needs and bring it back. We'll do some content and things over this time so you don't miss us too bad. But we are taking our summer break. I get to take my son to Parsons in New York to college and be fully present in that, and then come back and celebrate my staff. Not my staff. I don't believe nobody worked for nobody. We work together. So we get to celebrate
Yeah.
each other and all the work that we've done. And so we'll be gone, but go ahead and get in here right now. Last thing, I promise. Saturday for the Third Ward community, we are doing a special event, and it is called uh, Lord, I'm having a moment right now, y'all. It's
Uh-oh.
on the website. It's on Instagram right now. No barriers. We want no barriers to you being able to get well. So on Saturday, you can come here and get a vibro acoustic session for free if you're a third ward resident. Okay, 7702 7703 7704 77021. Please come. We just want to show you love for welcoming us into your community. We want you to come experience this without having to think about how much it costs and all of that. And we'll do that from 11 to 5. And then at 6:30 on the front lawn, we're going to do a sound bowl class for everybody.
Nice.
So come see us. That's my mama's birthday, y'all. I'm working
Okay.
on my mama's birthday. So please come.
Birthday, mama.
Yes, thank you. She a Leo, my son's birthday. You know, all these Leos. Anyway, but come see me, sign up. And I'm gonna tell you, if you already looked at it and what stopped you was that you saw there was a $44 price and there was a code you had to put in and that was too much. Guess what? I have gone in and taken the price away. So at this point, all you have to do is register. You register, you're here, and there's 6 seats every hour. So go get your seat, get in here, come see me, come see your neighborhood wellness retreat.
Ooh, we baby. I wish I lived in the water, honey, because I sure would be there. I do understand. Y'all better go get this now. If y'all watching this later on, this was previously recorded for the podcast. Y'all don't show up whenever we post it to Spotify and everybody. But she may do it again. Who knows? Who knows? May do it
I
again.
might be able to do it again.
Might
Community
be able
keeps
to do
me
it
in. That
again.
was made possible by the Third Ward Cultural District. That's
Awesome.
how we're able to do this. So thank you so much, Linky, for having me on, Dr. Livelis.
My
Thank you for
pleasure.
having me on. Thank you for just letting me express and tell everybody about what I do because I love it if y'all can't tell. And so thank you for giving me a platform. Thank you for giving all of the clinicians platforms to do this on. It's needed. We appreciate your talent, your light, your grace, all of that.
It has been my pleasure. And for those of you who have joined us by way of TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and those who will experience us on the podcast platforms. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. Well, Miss B, you have a good rest of your evening, and I appreciate you. And we are out.
All right.